Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Blake again, coming at y'all for another video. And today I got the 97 Cobra out, and I kind of just feel like talking about her some more, and kind of just really just talking about why I think she's a pretty underrated Mustang. So I'm just going to give my opinions and some, I guess, facts, if you will, on some things, and talk about some of my personal experiences, and yeah, just talk about why it's just a cool car, just a great car. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, don't mind the car. She is pretty dirty. I've been driving her a lot lately, but I just want to talk about the mods for the dollar, I guess, the bang for the buck. So we have, I was going to count the horsepower mods. We have 4 performance mods for horsepower on this car. We have actually, I'll show you. So what you can see under the hood, we have a JLT straight tube cold air intake. We have the BBK underdrive pulleys. We have a mid pipe that's an H pipe with Flowmaster mufflers, and I've got rear gears in the car, which are 355s. So all that right there, this car put down for a baseline 283 wheel horsepower and 264 foot-pounds of torque. Hold 2. Now, I know you guys are just probably saying, well, that's incredibly low. It's probably slow as can be, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, the numbers, they don't sound impressive at all. But what you got to remember is this car is 24 years old, and it will be 25 coming up very soon. And this particular car has 165,000 miles on it, all original miles. The motor is completely stock, never been opened up, except for the intake manifold, where me and my father clean the IMRCs, which is a absolute must need on these cars. If you guys have one of these cars, you do need to clean them. They were so bad on this car. I'm surprised the secondary valves even opened up. They were so gummed up with carbon buildup. And I have the old pictures. I'll try to find them. Pants feel in this car after we got done, it was a noticeable difference. There was probably 15 horsepower difference. I mean, it was crazy. But this car is also on the stock calibration from Ford. Timing isn't different. You know, everything is completely stock for the tune and everything, and it put down over 280 horsepower to the wheels. For my opinion, I think that's incredibly impressive for the mileage of the vehicle. And that's what these cars would put down on lower miles. So I think that's incredibly impressive that the motor performs as well as it did pretty much off the factory showroom floor. So that's pretty cool. Another thing about these 96 and 98 Cobras is it may be 280 wheel horsepower, but I'll tell you what, these cars can give you a run for your money. I have raced a Nissan 370Z, and I beat him. with a passenger in the car, full weighted car, mind you. He also had a passenger. If I'm not mistaken, 370Zs make well over 300 horsepower. Modern car, modern tech, and a little bit lighter than this thing. And I edged him out in this car. So I think that's pretty cool. I also recently raced my friend Devon in his very modded 3-valve Mustang GT. And he did win. He did win against me, but I want to go ahead and compare his mods to mine. And then I will put the clip of me and him racing and let you guys see how far off I lost to him. Dang good for this Cobra, considering that it's very stock. It's a very stock car. It's just awesome. I really enjoy these SN Cobras, and I think that they're just incredibly overlooked. Another thing I want to point out on my particular Mustang is I still have the stock manifolds, like I mentioned. It's just an H-pipe and mufflers out back, but the manifolds are original and they're completely rusted out. Honestly, it's just funny to me at this point because the car, like I said, if you guys are new to my channel, this is not a car that I drive a whole lot. I really love this car. It's got a long history in my family, and I also have a 2003 built and canned Mach 1 that I drive, and that is also Oxford white. So if you guys want to see those videos, go ahead and check out the channel. But this car, it doesn't get driven much because of how stock it is, but I do want to show you guys the manifolds. I just want to show you. So if you guys can see right there how rusted them boys are, and it's pretty bad. It was so bad that me and my friend did the clutch on this car. The studs that bolt up to for the H-pipe to bolt up to the manifolds, the studs, the threads were completely gone. I had to take this car to a shop to actually help me get new studs without breaking anything. It was just an absolute nightmare. But the fact that the manifolds are still going, I don't have an exhaust leak that I know of yet, and she's still going strong, man. I mean, a car performs very well. It doesn't perform like it's got an exhaust leak. I mean, I've shown you guys the videos of me racing. Manifolds, they've never been off this car, ever. So, I think that's pretty cool. I also kind of just want to touch base on the engine real quick. So, you guys know that these motors are rated at 305 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. Well, I want to talk more about the motor itself. So, the compression ratio for this car is 9.85 to 1. Which is higher than a Terminator Cobra, but that car is also boosted. This car is NA, and honestly, if you're looking for a car that's not trying to give you a whole lot of issues, and I'm trying to knock on wood, there ain't no wood around here, but you know, I really would say this car is a testament to Ford. This engine is really nice, and the whole head design and everything. Yeah, the C heads and all of them make more power and stuff like that. The Terminator's got C heads, Mach 1's got C heads. This has B heads, but it has a textured block, aluminum block on this car, and this is a 6-bolt main on this car. They did that for the extra rigidity and the tension and all that when you're at higher loads and higher RPMs, higher speeds, all that stuff. So it's a very strong engine, and the block itself is extremely desirable for people that want to do builds, or for anyone that, say, blows up a Terminator Cobra or just wants to do another build, is just itching for a build. What do like most people do? They grab a textured block because of the strength and the lightness of the block compared to an iron block. So as long as you keep the temperatures down, don't overheat the block because aluminum will warp, you're golden, man. So a lot of people go to this block. It's a very desirable block, and it already comes in the Cobra, so that's pretty cool. And it's got, like I said, a 6-bolt main, and the bearings on this car, it's got nodular iron bearings on the main caps. This is a very high mileage Mustang, 4-valve Mustang, and it drives like a caddy, man. I don't know how else to say it. Yes, the rods are pencil thin. It's not built for high horsepower, but if you're looking for a car that's not going to give you problems, to give you everything it's got and will make decent power with full bolt-ons and a tune, dude, that thing is wicked cool. And I am very curious to see what long tubes, a throttle body, and a tune and 373 gears would do to this car. I really think it would really transform the car. And with all of that, I think this car could break 300 horsepower. Maybe just over, but it would hit that mark. I think that would be really cool. And I have a lot more plans for the car, but as far as an NA standpoint, you know, doing like the full bolt-on build would be a really nice step for the car. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Another thing that I really like about this car is the fact that because of how stock this car is, and just because we've taken really good care of this vehicle, this car has not really given us any major hiccups over the years we've had it around. And the motor itself, like, it doesn't have cam phasers and stuff like that, like in a 3-valve and all that techie stuff and the Coyote and all that stuff. So yeah, it doesn't make like insane power like a Coyote does, but like if you're looking for something that just works and you can it takes a little bit more to build, but it's even decent with not a whole lot of money put into the car, this thing's been great. This car's only had oil changes, rotors and pads, you know, wheel alignments. I changed the transmission fluid out when I changed the clutch, and the rear diff fluid changed and stuff. I mean, other than that, it's been fine. You know, spark plugs, just regular maintenance stuff. Nothing crazy has ever come with this car, so it's been a nice touch. It's been a great car for the money, and I don't know why people overlook this car. It's kind of always puzzled my mind. I'm not too sure. This is such a great buy. If I had to assume, it's just for the looks. And I know stock, even I'm the same way, that stock, they don't look the best, even the Cobra. But it doesn't take much to make them look phenomenal. And you got a light car. If you put the money into it, it's a really good sleeper since nobody pays attention to them. I think it's a great buy. And me and Devon, like when we raced, we were both impressed with the car. He said he was more impressed with the Cobra than anything, and I was right there with him. So I was expecting to get walked, and the car held its own pretty good. So I'm very happy with this car. It's I think one of Ford's best made Mustangs that it just happens to be overlooked, which is a shame. But if you're looking for a car that no one wants, stand out, be different, I think you got a really good sleeper on your hands. Hey guys, I got my old man out here real quick. I just wanted to explain something real quick. So you've had a couple runs in this car over the years, right?
Yep.
And there's one guy on YouTube I want to point out. His name is Cameron Hill. He's a really nice guy. I've talked to him a few times. He actually saw one of my videos about the Cobra, actually my most popular one, and he actually ended up buying a stock, completely stock, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Like completely stock.
Maybe air intake or something.
Not, I don't even think that. I mean, the wheels, ride height, everything. He ended up racing a Cobra SS, which I believe was the turbocharged version, which is 260 horsepower.
I think so.
And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a very close race, or the Cobra ended up getting a dub or something like that.
Cobra won, I'm pretty sure.
But I want to point out, you raced a car with the same engine, right? What car was that?
You know, you tell me.
HHR.
It was the HHR, yeah, Super Sport or something like that. It was, I think, turboed as well. I did have 410 gears on this at the time, but it was pretty quick.
But,
and I won by about a car length, I guess it was. So,
what else was done to the car? Just the gears?
Outside of this, yeah, just the gears were different. Everything else was
not even the exhaust was changed.
The exhaust was changed. I mean,
okay.
It's everything that you see now, it was on then. I just went to 410s for a short time period. I didn't like them, but anyway, won the race. So.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah. And those are a lot lighter than this, I think, right? HHRs, I think. I mean, I would think so. It's a smaller engine, all that stuff. I would think.
Probably.
But they're decently quick. I mean, it's like a sleeper car.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty cool too. He ended up getting a win with this car with the same setup we have now, but with 410 gears instead of the 355s we have now. So, if you guys got a 4-valve, I mean, these cars can put up a fight. You raced a Challenger before too, right?
Yeah, I did actually. It's been a while. You're right. Forgot about that.
Pretty sure it was a 5.7 though, but it was an RT.
Yeah, RT.
How'd that go?
Pretty good up to about what, 60, and then I think we was good in town. I got him up to about 60, and he took off on me a little bit at that point. So,
hey, but it's still light to light though. It was from a dig, wasn't it?
Yep, it was. So.
Damn, well, we all know when it comes to in-town driving, the lights is what matter. So, just having some fun, guys. Like I said, I know these cars aren't like super impressive and stuff, but if you're a car guy, I mean, I think that's just cool. We got to give this car the nod on some lighter weight or even torquier muscle cars and lighter cars that the Cobra can really just be right there with them. Is what we're both trying to say. The Cobra can hang with them.
It's just like an overachiever for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an overachiever for what the car is. I mean, I explained that, you know, the car doesn't have the forged rods and pistons like the Terminator Cobra, but it's still got low compression. It's still got it's a 6-bolt main with the badass Texas block that everybody wants, and the airflow design is great for boost once you do boost the car.
Yeah, like what, it'll hold 6 pounds, I think, safely, right?
I think 6 pounds, no problem. 8 is right there. You're pushing it, but it's good. And then once you do put rods and pistons in it, you can keep, you know, if you go centrifugal and keep the manifold, the B-head design with the cams, it makes great power. As we know, Terminator guys will pick up 96 to 98 Cobra cams sometimes. Yeah. These cams are really desirable too.
It's a runner.
Yeah,
it's still going strong.
Still going strong, man. What mod are you most excited about in the future coming up for this thing?
I don't know. You mentioned long tubes and stuff like that. That's always a good mod. I mean, it's not a lot of horsepower, but
I mean, I think it hit 300 wheel though.
I think it could. We were like
283
with the gears
and the stock tune.
Yeah,
stock fuel.
Right. I think we definitely could hit 300 long tubes.
So there you guys have it, man. Just kind of wanted to talk about the car a little bit. I know I haven't made a whole lot of videos, but I thought this was kind of fun for me and fun for my dad, and just want to show you guys more of a B-headed 4-valve. So if you guys like the video, please drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.